Hello and welcome to Pittsburgh City Council's Standing Committees meeting for Wednesday, May 6th, 2020. My name is Kim Clark Baskin and I'm the Assistant City Clerk. With us today, we have our sign language interpreter, Logan Showalter. The following is a list of legislation up for preliminary approval by Pittsburgh City Council. Human Resources Committee, Mr. Kraus is the chair. We have bill number 307. Resolution amending and supplementing the Pittsburgh Code, Title 6, Conduct, Article 5, Discrimination, Chapter 659, Unlawful Practices, Section 659.03, Unlawful Housing Practices, and Section 659.04, Unlawful Public Accommodation Practices, to prohibit housing and public accommodation discrimination based on perceived or actual citizenship or immigration status and perceived or actual preferred language. Land Use and Economic Development Committee, Mr. Wilson is the chair. We have bill number 305. Resolution authorizing the mayor and the director of the Department of City Planning to apply for grant funding from the Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources Community Conservation Partnerships Program to provide funding for the master planning process of Fowler Park. Intergovernmental Affairs Committee, Ms. Gross is the chair. We have a deferred paper. We have bill number 109. Resolution adopting plan revision to the City of Pittsburgh's official sewage facilities plan for the townhomes on Fifth Avenue project located in the Allegheny County, City of Pittsburgh. And bill number 299. Resolution authorizing the mayor and the director of the Department of Public Works to enter into a project cooperation agreement or professional services agreement with Grounded Strategies for the purposes of implementing a city farms pilot project, cost not to exceed $45,000. That concludes the reading of the legislation up for preliminary approval. Thank you and have a great day.
Good morning and welcome to the Standing Committee meeting for Wednesday, May 6, 2020. We do have one meeting announcement. Council will continue to meet virtually on Tuesdays and Wednesdays until further notice. All meetings will stream live on City YouTube channel. Our first order of business is public comment. However, we do not have any registered speakers today. As a reminder, to register for public comment at City Council meetings, please first call the City Clerk's office at 412-255-2138. You may also email the City Clerk's office at cityclerksoffice@pittsburghpa.gov. We will now move on to our standing committee agenda, and would a clerk please take the roll?
Reverend Burgess, Mr. Coghill.
Here.
Ms. Gross, Mr. Kraus,
Here.
Mr. O'Connor,
Here.
Mrs. Cal-Smith, Ms. Strasburger,
Here.
Mr. Wilson,
Here.
Mr. Lavelle, chair.
Here.
6 members present.
Thank you. Our first order of business today is actually the invoices. So we'll need a motion to approve the invoices.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion on the invoices?
Yeah, sorry, Councilman.
I just have a question about the one invoice. It is for $1,500 for an individual that worked 1 hour on social media. It's under IMP. I can't see the individual. Let me check his name.
His name Jasmine Cho.
Yes. Can we get some answer as to why he got $1,500 for 1 hour? And it basically just says he did social media work.
Yes, Councilman, we already have an inquiry on that. We'll get you the information as soon as we receive it.
Okay, then I'm going to vote no until we figure that out. Or unless, I mean, I'd make a motion to delete that item just to get an answer.
Did you make a formal motion, Councilman?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Motion to delete the invoice. I don't know what number it is, but invoice for $1,500 for that individual.
Second, really brief discussion.
Councilman Kraus?
Hey, thanks, Mr. Chair. Bill, help me out here. Has this already been paid out?
No, it has not.
Okay, good. All right,
It's on the
yeah.
invoice.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. I'm fine.
Yeah, okay, yeah, let's do that and get an answer for next week. Thanks, Corey.
All right, thank you.
So there's a motion and a second to delete the payment to Jasmine Cho for 1 hour social networking. Is there any other discussion?
I wonder if we have Director Garces on the line.
I do not.
Okay. I don't think there's anything under the committee, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to scroll through.
No.
I don't see him, Councilwoman. Is there any other discussion on the motion to delete? Seeing none, all those in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? That one invoice will be deleted. Any further discussion on the invoices? Seeing none, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Invoices are approved. That we do not have interdepartmental transfers. We do have P cards for approval. I need a motion to approve the P cards.
So moved.
Second.
So we do need, again, to waive our rules of council to approve a payment for approximately $96,000 to purchase 25,000 N95 masks for our public safety committee so that we can approve that with our P cards approval. So can I have a motion to waive the rules of council so that can be approved?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Any discussion on the P cards in their totality? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? P cards are approved. That takes us to Human Resources Committee chaired by Councilman Kraus. We have one new paper, Bill 307.
Bill 307, ordinance amending and supplementing the Pittsburgh City Code Title 6, Conduct Article 5, discrimination, unlawful practices, unlawful housing practices, and unlawful public accommodation practices to prohibit housing and public accommodation discrimination based on perceived or actual citizenship or immigration status and perceived or actual preferred language.
Need a motion?
Motion to approve with brief discussion.
Second.
Discussion?
Thanks, Mr. Chair. I'm going to defer to the members' primary sponsor, Councilwoman Strasburger.
Thank you, Councilman. I again want to thank my colleagues for co-sponsoring this, and as Councilman Lavelle, Reverend Burgess, and Councilman Wilson and Councilman O'Connor, who have co-sponsored this. This is something that has been in the works for more than a year, but it's really timely right now as more and more people are understandably needing a place to shelter in place and need a house to live in. And if they are facing discrimination because of perceived or actual immigration status or language spoken, or are being discriminated against in some sort of public setting or in receiving services, then kind of now is the time when those types of instances are heightened. And even just this year so far, as compared to last year, we've seen an uptick of these types of cases being reported to the Commission on Human Relations. Last year, there was only one. This year, so far, there's been 7, and that's
Wow.
a huge underreporting of what is actually happening on the ground. We know that in every single instance that's been reported to Commission on Human Relations, we know there are many more out there that are actually happening but not being reported. So I appreciate my colleagues' support of this, and would appreciate your support today. I will also note that we have received a determination from the law department that, as written, it does not put us in any jeopardy for preemption or for any kind of lawsuit. It's not to say someone won't try, but we are on solid legal footing for this bill.
Great.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Any other discussion? I'm not formally listed as a sponsor, but I would like to be added as a co-sponsor. And I just want to thank Councilwoman Strasburger for her work on this.
So noted.
Thank you.
Any further conversation? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The bill is recommended. That takes us to Land Use and Economic Development Committee, chaired by Councilman Wilson. New papers, Bill 305.
Bill 305, resolution authorizing the mayor and director of the Department of City Planning to apply for grant funding from the Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources Community Conservation Partnerships Program to provide funding for the master planning process of Fowler Park. The grant proposal includes an ask of up to $40,000 with a local match of up to $40,000 to come out of the 2021 City of Pittsburgh capital budget. In the event the grant is awarded, this resolution provides for an agreement and expenditures not to exceed $80,000.
Motion to approve?
Second.
The discussion, Councilman Wilson?
I believe this one is actually in your district, and
You're
I think that it's I think that it serves both of us. I think it's an invaluable park that is in need of a facelift, and this master plan will hopefully get it to a point where there can be some community involvement, because I know there is Perry Hilltop, Fine View, who is a very good community group that does a lot of engagement, and I know they're going to have a lot to say about what goes into this park.
Thank you. And indeed does service all of the north side. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The bill is approved. I would like to note for the record, we are joined by Councilman Burgess. That takes us to our Intergovernmental Affairs Committee, chaired by Councilwoman Gross. First, the third paper, Bill 109.
Bill 109, resolution adopting plan revision to the City of Pittsburgh's official sewer facilities plan for the townhomes on 5th Avenue located on tax map 5127, 5129, 5131, 5133, and 5135 5th Avenue.
Motion to hold 2 weeks.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bill is held 2 weeks. Bill 299.
Bill 299, resolution authorizing the mayor and director of the Department of Public Works to enter into a project corporation agreement or professional services agreement with Grounded Strategies for the purposes of implementing a city farms pilot project in an amount not to exceed $45,000.
Motion to hold 2 weeks.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bill is approved. That actually exhausts our agenda for today. Is there any discussion from members? Seeing none, our meeting announcement is to register for comment for City Council's regular and standing committee meetings, please call the city clerk's office at 412-255-2138. Council meeting registration will close at 9 a.m. the day of the meeting. With that, we need a motion to excuse the absent members, approve the minutes, and adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 We are adjourned. Stay
Thanks,
home.
everybody.